All right, just randomly popping in here real quick to talk about reality TV. Let's talk about Jersey Shore, the family vacation. To me, this show, they've got it right. Now, this could be the production, this could be the cast members themselves, this could be the fact that they all knew that they were lightning in the bottle back in the day. They have a little bit of a break, and then now coming back with this show. What I find interesting about the Jersey Shore, the family vacation, and why I definitely feel like entertaining-wise, it should go on year after year after year, is there's something really different about it. And I compare it to like, I can compare it to everything. I compare it to like 1992, The Real World, in that era of reality TV, the Osbournes, Jessica Simpson's Newlywed Show, the Kardashians, in that era. But why I want to, there's just so many reality competition shows. There's just a lot of different things. But I think Jersey, in terms of the Jersey Shore family vacation, what makes it interesting is I think that the cast sort of, how do I say it? Like, I feel like they fight on the show and argue on the show as you would do, with people that you're around a lot. You love your family, but it always gets difficult. That's a true human relationship. So I think where they really leveled up is, it seems like, I'm not for sure about this, but it seems like each of the Jersey Shore cast members, even the ones that like maybe don't get along all the time, from Snooki to Mike to, I don't know if Ronnie is as involved as he used to be, to Pauly to Vinny, JWoww and Dina and Angelina. I think what they do really well is they make sure we'll show up and we will getting into on the show. But I don't think they let a lot of surrounding noise really get to them. And what I mean by that is, like, I was going to compare it to I was going to say, like, a show like Real Housewives, which has an ensemble cast. I just feel like they're very sort of divided, and it's like you wouldn't be surprised if one cast member did something pretty despicable to continue to stay on the show, or hurt somebody else's chances, or whether they're kissing up to the powers that be, like the production, or Andy Cohen. Even like, there just feels like a lot less loyalty. Now, I don't know if that's because Real Housewives is a franchise, or Jersey Shore, the cast just has it right. But I feel like they're very it's almost like the cast of Friends when that TV show aired all those years ago. They may not have loved each other per se, but they all were a united front when they were going to try to get more money for the work that they did on the show, because it was a huge success. And I think Jersey Shore just sort of reminds me of that. It's like, listen, we could fight, but you don't say nothing about like my Jersey Shore family, is what it feels like. And I think that's why you continue to enjoy the show. In terms of like character growth and development, we watched this show when these cast members were just starting their lives, and there was a lot of hiccups and errors that they make, much what you make when you're 24, 25, 30, 31 years old. But now you see them as the same people, and maybe some of those same problems, but you're going deeper. Angelina's finding out stuff about her family. Nicole, I think Snooki just went from, for one, being Snooki, just a very, this is what you know her for, as Nicole, and I think that's even interesting. Mike, the Situation, was so pompous, so arrogant. He had, the 8-pack abs, and he went through trials and tribulations and became sort of funnier. But if you think about it, season 1, he also was very funny too, but he was very selfish and self-involved, and he felt like he could walk on water in the best way possible. He was great TV, but I think sometimes when you get knocked down a notch, it's really cool to see you push through and continue. So I think that's what makes Mike really fun. Vinny's the most interesting one for me, because I feel like Vinny is actually probably the coolest one, but at the same time, his character on the show, he seems to be really like the dork in some kind of a way. Pauly, I would say, is probably, very successful and everything, but I feel like he doesn't feel connected to the show, and not in a way that like Ronnie, had kind of been away and came back. Those types of things, because the things he was dealing with. I feel like Paulie's there, but his silly jokes, they're not as funny anymore. So I feel like we need a little bit more from Pauly. That would be my only thing. And now and Angelina is just, I mean, I can't stop watching. Coming from somebody who makes excuses on occasions, because I always say an excuse is just a complaint. Now I don't even remember. But, well, it's not an excuse. It's not a complaint. It's me trying to define the reason that said thing happened. So it's not really an excuse at all. It's really actually therapy, okay? But beyond that, let's talk about Sammy Sweetheart. I had always said Sammy Sweetheart was so phenomenal into this show. And when they were coming back, I've talked about this many times right here with you. When they were coming back, first thing I said, I was like, I just realized Sammy didn't feel like the superstar, but she really was the superstar. Like, things moved within Sammy's essence. So I was devastated that she didn't come back. So therefore, now that she came back and is fully into this experience and has even had to see Ronnie, her ex, I just really, really like it. Now, there's always going to be the little back and forth. Angelina's going to say, oh, well, me bringing you on the show is what made you buy your house and this, and I did this for you. But that's just like fun. One thing about Sammy, she's always been like really the sweetest little bitch you're ever going to see, right? Isn't that her tagline? The sweetest little bitch you're ever going to see, something like that. And she said to Dina, season 3, because remember, Angelina tried season 1 and 2 and it didn't work. She left both times, both the Jersey Shore original house and then the Miami season when it was winter and they went to go to Miami. Angelina tried again and it didn't work. Oh, poor Angelina. But anyways, on season 3, Sammy's kind of by herself because the girls, at that point, Jenny and Snooki were so close, and now Dina's like Snooki's close friend, and Dina comes in and gets all in a huff, brand new, and she says, "You were being mean to me." And Snooki kind of was. I'm sorry, Sammy kind of was. Sammy says, "Well, I'm just taken aback. I expected the new girl to be, I don't know, a little prettier." And that's no knock to Dina, because I think Dina is so fun on the show. I think Dina, when she brings her husband Chris on the show, they're so fun, and Dina's just got such a light. But I'm talking about my first impression of Dina coming into the show of Jersey Shore, and then Sammy being so mean to her, but not even like mean, just like playfully like, oh, excuse me, I thought she would be a little prettier. Stuff like that. And remember, that got Dina real riled up, like, you're not being nice to me, or something like that. But all the cast members have done a really good job, and I really wanted to get to like kind of like a mental breakdown as to like, what is it that makes this show continue to succeed? Is it the original Jersey Shore concept? You're in the East Coast, you're in the winter, you're really kind of like hibernating, and then once that summer hits, you gotta, and there's other places you could go, but like the people who go to the Jersey Shore, like, whoa, what a scene. So it could be that lives on through them, or it could just be, like I said, I think they are very united in negotiations. I think they're very united in, their dealings with their businesses, but on the show, they're still gonna say, like Snooki, excuse me, that was my idea, and now Sammy, you got a store that resembles my idea. You can't cheat like that. So they still fight and have problems. Angelina's got problems with everybody, including their boyfriends throughout the seasons of the shows. But nonetheless, it is such a fun show to watch. I think it's like kind of becoming my comfort food reality show, and it's one that I don't like. Real Housewives on Bravo, I feel like I have to watch it. I have to like watch each and every episode. Jersey Shore Family Vacation, I could like miss week after week after week, and then it's like that Saturday, that Saturday you're like, oh my God, I'm exhausted, and you're doing your laundry and you do a little bit of light cleaning, maybe you overate breakfast, it's your cheat day, and then you put it on the Jersey Shore Family Vacation and you just catch up on episode on top of episode on top of episode. It's funny. To me, it's funny. And I believe originally it was casted by Doran Offer. So Doran, I believe, like years ago, he was one of the original casting forces that brought together this wonderful show, Jersey Shore. And of course, we think Doran has always done a great job, specifically on Fuse TV years ago. Nonetheless, but yeah, what is it that you like about Jersey Shore and the Family Vacation? Do you see it kind of continuing to have season after season? Do you think at some point they'll get a little too old to be doing the same thing? Do you want to see more the Jersey Shore kind of like spin-off offshoots, where they go to different places, the Geordie Shore, so on and so forth? Or, like is it, I guess time will pass and, people will get tired of this same particular set of cast members. But in the scope of television, it's hard to have a good show these days. You know what I mean? There's so many other distractions and social media, elements that kind of take you away from watching a show. And so the fact that they still have that lightning in a bottle it's pretty impressive. I think it's a really cool thing. Anyways, Jersey Shore Family Vacation. In the comments, let me know what you think of the show and how much longer you think it'll go. And who's your favorite? Do you love Sammy like I love Sammy? Sammy Sweetheart, she is the sweetest little bee you're ever gonna know. All right, remember to like, comment, and subscribe and all that stuff.
Hey, Ronnie Jr.